What's going on, Taurus? We're going to go ahead and jump into your June 2023 weekly reading here. It's going to be your reading from June 5th until June 11th. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump straight in. There is a lot of energy shifts that are going to be going on this week, especially in regards to the astrology. We're going to have Venus come into Leo. We're going to have Mercury come into Gemini. And then Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn. Oh, God. That's going to be wild when it comes to the collective. All right, let's take a look. Taurus, if you're newer to the channel, this first row is going to be in regards to your career ambitions and your goals. Like I said, if Tauruses ain't getting richer right now, then I don't know what's going on. Look at this. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Strength card here. And that's some great energy. I need some of that Taurus energy. All right, let's take a look at your relationships. I feel like there's a lot of abundance for you this week. No, I'm not just saying that. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Definitely feel like obviously the focus is definitely on material substance, material gain. And I do feel like there is a prosperous result. But it's interesting too, Taurus. I think I kind of feel you in this energy or this vibration of generosity, like integrity, especially with the Strength card, and like a loving vibration, which is why I feel like there's the increase here, right? I'm reading a great book. It's called The Pathway to Prosperity. It's by James Allen. And he says that, you know, that, and this is interesting too, because this book is very much Taurus. And everything that he talks about is pretty much Taurus, pretty much Jupiter and Taurus. Like, basically that prosperity isn't found in external possessions, right? It's realized internally. I think Lao Tzu said that actually, but he quoted Lao Tzu basically the same thing. And I think you understand that, and I think you know your worth. I think you know your value, and I think because of it, you're prospering. I think you're just being a Taurus. All right, let's keep going. Looks good. I think career looks really good. There may be some. Did y'all hear that? I think there may be some we'll clarify. In your relationships row, you have the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, Two of Pentacles here. This looks good as well. I see some of you traveling here. And when I read this row, it's not just about romance. It's about all your relationships. And if romance comes out, or if there's indication of romance or love, then I'll speak on it. I think with the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, I think you could be traveling with somebody here this week, and I think like whether that's romantically or friendship or another type of relationship, or maybe it's even in regards to a business or career, or like a business partner or something like that. Well, you do have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck, so maybe it is love. But anyways, I feel like whatever this is, though, even if you're not traveling, I just feel like there's movement forward in the situation. Like, I think this is just the continuation of a situation that you already are dealing with in regards to your relationships here. And others of you, I feel like as well, it's like you're really starting to find like a solid group of people, or you're building like a solid, I'm hearing team, but like a solid, like you're building solid relationships. But I think these relationships actually have quality and substance to them. And I think that's what Tauruses are really looking for at the end of the day. And I think as a result, it will continue to expand here. I'm not saying it's just going to just expand by you doing nothing. I think with the Two of Pentacles, it does require work. But even if this is love, romance, well, it looks to me that honestly, the only word I'm getting from this is like expansion, right? Sometimes in life, in a week, like ain't nothing that crazy gonna happen. Like in a week, like sometimes it's just, sometimes you just progressing in the relationship. It's not that serious. The Lovers came out. There we go. Queen of Wands. And last card here, Nine of Swords. I think some of you guys, have you heard that song by Tame Impala, Love Paranoia? Some of you guys may actually have that. I think it's time to snap out of that if you have that. But the Lovers, Queen of Wands here, and this last row is in regards to messages from your guides or from spirit. The Lovers, Queen of Wands is really strong indication. It's like to really follow like your soul's calling. Like it really is about following like your heart, right? Because the Lovers does deal with romance, but it also deals with like life purpose. It deals with like what you devote yourself to. But it's like you devote yourself to this because you feel at one with the universe by doing so. And so when we just talk about like an all-inclusive energy of this last row, like the Lovers and the Queen of Wands is like doing things from the heart, right? Like following your heart, right? Don't get too much in your mind with this Nine of Swords, Like if it feels right, it feels right. And I'm not just talking about love, I'm talking about everything. Some of you, I really want to say this. If you have control issues, I think it's time to put those to the side. I was looking at the essential dignities of whenever Venus comes into Leo, and we already have Mars in Leo, right? And Venus is beating Mars as it comes in, right? I think it's only by like 2, so it's not like that big of like a difference. But usually, like if we talk about humanistic astrology, the Venus-Mars aspect, with Venus being more emphasized than Mars, is that it's going to require teamwork and cooperation for the fulfillment of some sort of creative expression, right? Whenever Mars is dominant over Venus, it usually signifies like the dominant behavior, right? Like can be very controlling, kind of very selfish in a way. I'm not calling you selfish, but I think with the Venus emphasis here over Mars in the astrology, I would say that I think it's about the fulfillment, of cooperation. I think it's cooperation. I'm not sure where I was really going with that, but I think it made a little sense. Anyways, you have this adjustments are required third quarter moon here. So this is I feel this is so interesting, Taurus, because it's like, and I think the moon will actually be in a third quarter phase as we're in the week of June 5th because the full moon will be the 4th or the 6th. No, it's the 4th, I believe, June 4th. It could be the 5th. But anyways, it will come off and wane off. It'll start waning, and it'll go into the third quarter phase eventually when it goes into Pisces. Right, that'll be the exact third quarter moon. But I think here though it's like usually like when we come off a full moon, we've gained the unconscious activity building up to the full moon has now become conscious. Like the full moon we've become conscious. And I think this is you sort of seeing things and understanding things a bit more clear. And also the fulfillment of the things that you've been adjusting to and building. I think there's a lot of progress. This doesn't really feel like it's like, I think this is just progress or progression, but you also have this ascendance card and it says entrance. And the ascendant, I think this has a lot to do with the North Node being in your sign, and I think that this is putting the focus on you, and sort of like the path, like your path in life, and sort of like how you want your life to be. You have this grow card, a lot of growth, like I was saying. And then you have this strength, resourceful, and it says bear here. So I feel like it's important to protect like what it is that you're building and creating in your life, and understand that you have the strength to persevere through any type of obstacles as well. Okay, let's clarify. All right, clarify this King of Pentacles. Judgment. Uh-oh. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, the Strength card. I think you've worked really hard. I'm going to be real with you. I think you've worked really hard. Or the hard work that you're putting into a situation. I think you've mastered your craft here. I think you've mastered a lot of the things when it comes to work and stuff like that because you've been so dedicated to them. Have you heard of like the whole 10,000 hours things or 10,000 hours thing? I feel like some of y'all, it's like you're basically like just gaining experience, but some of y'all have like surpassed that. And whatever this is, though, I think it's paying off for you. I mean, it's just that simple. I think it's paying off for you. Some of you before, you weren't really seeing like how good you were at something, or maybe just your value in regards to a particular field or in regards to a particular situation. But I think you see it now. And it wasn't that it was never it wasn't that it was never there. It was always there. But however, there may have been like certain things that have made you really realize that. High Priestess, Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles here. Well, Seven of Wands, the Chariot is very competitive energy. I think you're somebody who does a lot of stuff for others here as well. Like I said, I feel like you're in a very generous energy. And Tauruses are usually pretty generous. But the Chariot, Seven of Wands, it's interesting. I think you're being the leader. Like, I think you lead by example. I think you inspire people as well in your relationships. But I just feel like you're very much taking control of your relationships. I feel like you're very much a leader. I feel like you're very much confident. High Priestess, Knight of Cups, if this is love, I just feel like you're ready to move forward with things. I think you trust and have courage, and I think you have faith with the progression of something and how and the future of things. Two of Pentacles, King of Wands. I just feel like this is you. I feel relationships are adding to the quality of your life here. Damn, there's some good reads. If you have Aquarius, I watched the Aquarius reading because the Aquarius reading was popping. Four Swords and the Lover. Four Swords and the Lovers. Devil card, Queen of Wands. Page of Wands. Like I said, the control thing with the Devil card and the Queen of Wands. Right. Like dominance. Like I think a lot of you like to be dominant sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to not be dominant all the time. I got Pluto in the first house. I mean, I'm pretty naturally dominant. But, I think there's a time when it's like that can work against you. So the controlling things, I feel like there's peace here. There's expansion here. There's no need to control things or rush things. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Taurus. Lots of growth, a little bit of adjustments that need to be made. I think it's more so down here though. And I see some of you guys entering into a new relationship. I don't think it's going to be this week. I think if I was to put a time frame on it, prediction wise, I would say at the end of Cancer season. Entering into Leo season. So that's what I got for you. I appreciate y'all, Taurus. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so down below. If you have any questions or a question you want me to answer and go more in depth with, I'll be glad and happy to do that. If this video resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, show your support. And otherwise than that, I will talk to y'all later.